Good morning, Shipbreaker. As I was saying, here's the fees that you're currently paying. So you're only paying bay lease, salvage transport, hab rent. It's not that bad. 85,000, and then you, as I say, you would have a whole chunk of. Oh, what's that about? You would have a bunch of other fees for your equipment, but we can look at that in a second. What messages are these? About the AIs. Oh, nonsense about the furnace god. Yeah, if you're not firing yourself into the furnace, which did happen to me at one point, you get weird messages about people worshipping the furnace. But there you go. What have I got in here? Nothing very much. So on the equipment here, you can see I've maxed this one out already. Usually there's something on here where you purchase your own cutter. So you've got to be rank 19 to get it. But that takes away all the fees. Have I got them all now? I probably have got most of them now. You know, I think I own everything. Yeah, it's just the... I'm just going to keep on buying these as you work through, and you get more eventually. Anyway, back to the shift.
Valuable object accepted for processing. Thank you.
Okay, me, I want the majority of... I want the reactor done on this one, and I have to be my own hard boss now, because no one else is doing... Oh, have I done that wrong? Oh, I see. It didn't go backwards for some reason. I'm pulling the wrong piece. That is quite dangerous. Okay, we're going to deal with this first then, okay? Thruster out. I thought this was another side piece I was yanking off here, but it wasn't. It was actually the back end.
Salvage secured. Credit
Achievement for that. Right, so the only thing we have to do here, we have to deal with this so it doesn't go in the bloody furnace. So we're going to do what I usually do, which is drag the thing up to one of these. Yeah? And when we'll chuck it up there, we'll chuck it in the thing later. Are you caught on something, are you? That's the problem. Okay, let's cut through here, shall we? Let's sort this out. It's kind of risky. But it happens sometimes in the game that certain pieces are... See, there you go, that'll free it up. You get these You know, even with the high-powered tethers, you get just certain situations where you can't clear it off. Come on, you, get over there. Wasting my tethers. That's weird, that seems like a bigger piece than I remember, but maybe I'm just misremembering. That is entirely possible. There we go, okay. So now we're here, we might as well do this. Go on, get over there. Yeah, even with the big push, it's hard to move that thing around. It's one I could possibly have cracked with the demo charges, but not when it was in that position there. There's a good chance the demo charges would have thrown part of it into the furnace, which we don't want, obviously. Also, it's interesting with the upgrades for the furnace, because one of the key upgrades for the furnace is to make it do less of a boom, or a more concentrated, a boom in a smaller area, which is interesting. An interesting, obviously, realization that part of the problem that demo charges are a pain in the bum is because they make too big a boom. Right, okay. Reactor needs to come out, so we need access to get this. First of all, we can cut this one out of the way and make it easy to fish out. We'll get the PSU out now. That's another high value item. I've just yeeted down there. Ah, nice. Okay. It's behind here. I usually cut out this one over here, but in fact we've got a radiation filter there that we've already got out. Anything on the back of this wants to go in the... I was about to check the other side of it, but anything stuck to it would have wanted to go down the barge anyway.
Salvage deposited. Applying credit to account.
Okay, you can go in the furnace. Right, no, no. Oh, god damn it. It's fine. It's only 1500 quid. Why did they even bother with it in the first place? When I was talking about the AI doing things, these are the coolant canisters I mean. I mean, it could slowly, you know, eject the coolant off of multiple of these. Right, that's done. I felt very lackadaisical there. For a second, I was thinking, what if I just spend my time cutting the coolant pipe free rather than doing the reactor, which is what I should be doing. But there you go. I'm not quite that relaxed yet. I'll get like, the more I play the game, the more I'll get like that, I guarantee you. Reactor's done, there you go, it's a whole...
Salvage accepted. Credit applied. Salvage goal achieved.
A whole salvage goal level now, just from the reactor, which is what you expect. Stop complaining, computer. Whining about the damn costs of a bit of aluminium. It's not that important. That means they couldn't change. They couldn't change control. They could change various other things with links, but control was not one of them. She's still going to be there, being a naggy Nora and a pain in the bum. Those are the
Salvage destroyed. Please revisit your training.
the burnable panels that I've got to be careful about. Careful using the lasers anywhere near them.
Salvage deposit registered. Account credited.
You are going down. Okay, that's good. You're going over there, buddy. Hopefully I've got... I might have to cut that again, but it might be... It might be okay. Are you going to move a little bit more? If I put you up there, you might be okay. Oh, there's a pipe left, look. Okay. That has gone. Let's get this out of here. Another radiation filter. We've got a little room at the back here. So I'm going in here to clear the stuff out here fairly fast. Don't think there's anything stuck to this panel, so I should be able to take this off. Some of the walls have got equipment stuck to them. So for example, if I try to do this to this window here, you can see those incubation units there. They'll prevent this back panel from coming off. Oh, there's another one, look. Yeah, so this is free to move. This one. But this one almost certainly is not. Are you going the right way? There we go.
Processing valuable object. Credits awarded.
Okay. Let's just cut this off here.
Salvage deposit confirmed. Applying credit.
Oh, we're over halfway there, that's good. Yes, this room's okay because it's a smallish room. So we can reach down inside this. It's actually not that packed. Sometimes there's more equipment than that in this one, in this room. This version doesn't seem to, but we've not reached the final version of the difficulty of these levels yet anyway. This ship will get harder as it goes on, but you can see how many radiation filters there are now. Right, now. Why are you being weird again? Is that helmet around here somewhere? That's why you're making weird noises. It probably is. Yeah, the question is, how do I... What's the best way of getting in... Getting the equipment out of here. So right now this filter is being stopped by this.
Please refrain from damaging salvage.
Well, you made it in 3 pieces now, have you? I don't remember that before. Okay. You. That table's being weird. Okay. Table, can you not? No. Ooh, that's bad.
Salvage secured. Credits deposited. Deposit accepted for processing. Salvage goal met. Rewards will be...
This one used to annoy me a lot. It still annoys me, actually, quite a lot. I've destroyed that table, apparently, despite the fact that all I'm doing with that table is I'm throwing it into the furnace and melting it into its component parts. Which, of course, is kind of what I've done anyway. So what have I actually done that's different? That's what I was after, that battery pack. It's not worth a huge amount, but it's worth something. Yeah, so I wanted to cut that table because this keyboard's new, by the way. Things like the keyboard, and I don't remember that being in there before. That table's still being glitchy. You know what it's like in the... Why? Why did you do that? This is the random thing in this game sometimes where it can get really weird when it does things like that. Why did you suddenly fly into the air? Again, why is that one flying into the air? I think we might have a problem. I think the... Let's see how these others come off. Okay. I think that the ship has built a bit of tension in it, a bit of stress in it. What can you describe as torque?
5 minutes left in this shift. Alright?
I might have mentioned this a few times before. As you take the ships apart and you tug them around a bit, and you do things... That reminds me, by the way. As you do things like yanking off these big pieces and they drag against the ship and bump around and stuff like that, I think like a tension or a stress or a torque builds up in the rest of the ship. And it expresses itself in the form of objects that you're removing quite gently suddenly flying off and smashing themselves, and it makes it almost impossible to remove things. See, some things are being really weird. You can see how gentle I'm being with them, but they're being odd. And that's the only thing I can explain it as, and there's not really a solution to it. There's not much you can do to resolve it. It's just how it's going to work, yeah? Now what I'm hoping now, it slows everything down as well. Okay, these aren't attached to the back window of the ship, so what we're going to do is fly around like a maniac. Hold on. We're going to rip the back off this back panel off.
Salvage is destroyed. Don't do that.
Yeah, so if I was going for like a high level of completion where only a small percentage has been damaged, it's now ruined because of my it's now ruined because of the shenanigans with that computer terminal just bouncing around. But anyway,
Salvage is secured. Applying credit.
here you can find it's a situation where there's, especially when you've got a room that's really full of electrical, like computers jammed in next to each other, they're all being funny, and as soon as you pull one off, they ricochet off all the others, and then you've got sparks and arcs everywhere, and everything's ruined.
Credits deposited.
What are you floating past? Oh.
Salvage registered. Transferring credits.
Yeah, this is going to take some time.
Salvage goal cleared. Rewards allocated.
Some of the best ships for earning money are actually the quick and easy ones, like the Exolabs, which is a very small ship, and is jammed full of equipment like this. Unfortunately, what is that down there?
Registered. Account credited.
Something's being weird there, that piece of... Oh, the table's come out. Okay. It's finally worked its way free. Unfortunately, the ships that are easy like that, where you've just got a bunch of lines of equipment and you can just rip them out one by one like this,
secured. Credits deposited.
it either gets, depending on your opinion, it either gets boring, or if you're playing this like Viscera Cleaner,
Salvage deposit secured.
it's kind of zen and relaxing. You know, it's a bit of... It can be a bit of both. So, you know, mileage may vary depending on you.
Confirmed. Applying credit.
I could have pulled these out of that side hole there, the other hole we made. But I think it would have been a little bit stressful to do.
Account credited.
Because sometimes they can bounce off the walls and all sorts of other things as well. It's just a bit... The time taken to cut a hole is just a little bit quicker. Oh, careful. Now,
Salvage deposit accepted.
We're now, so for the pieces that are halfway down this long corridor room, we're caught in a quandary between... Oh, we're actually quite close to all of our goals, really. Like these bits down here, what do? Do we grab them from this end?
Salvage secured. Account credit applied.
Because if that arced, it could easily set fire to all those pads on the wall there. Or do we...
Shift's almost done, Cutter. 1 minute left.
Or do we... I've done this before where I pulled them off and then push them down the... Push them down the aisle. It doesn't really work very easily either. Do we cut a new hole? What do we do about it? And I've not really found a very satisfactory solution yet. So I don't know.
Salvage registered. Transferring credit.
We'll get the easy ones over here, like these, because these are close to this end. I suspect what the answer might be is a combination of what we do
Salvage deposited.
with
Applying credit to account.
with the station hopper, which is where we cut a hole.
Salvage
Oh, we're getting there. It's worth one more session though. We cut a hole in the base of the in the floor of this, and we throw them like this one here. Probably we throw them down through the middle. I think that's what I'll do.